Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Fright Bounce Podcast. I know it's been a long time I did a movie review in general, but I'm still having recording issues with my microphone on my desktop. But a new USB mic, and it's still giving me issues. So again, I am using a recorder on my cell phone to do these reviews, and I'm sorry for the long wait. So this is a new review that I'm doing here on this podcast called New York Ninja. This is an old movie, by the way, and I've been wanting to see this movie for a long time. But guess what? Go to Tubi TV. It's finally on Tubi TV, New York Ninja. But there's a backstory with this movie. This movie was directed and created by John Liu. If you're a fan of martial arts movies, chapsaki kung fu movies, then you know who John Liu is. This is a movie that he did, and it's pretty obvious it was shot in New York. Because I recognize a lot of scenes. This was done in, I think if I'm correct, it's 1984. And I'll be honest with you, it's considered to be a lost movie until it was found. Vinegar Syndrome, I hope I'm saying the name right. One of the DVD movie distributors of rare lost gems and old movies to restore. This movie was restored. What I heard, it was like about 8 hours of footage in this movie when they found it, and they decided to re-edit it down and put the scenes together, but the audio was so bad that they had to hire actors to redub the voice of the original actors and a director to try to put the things together and clean it up. So from 1984, this movie was never released. Again, what I heard was to budget issues. Just like a lot of these movies, usually a lot of movies like this suffer that issue, budget issues, never got a release until it was found many years later, and it's either going to be released or not. So in 2021, it was finally fully released on the home market, of course. And the weird thing is, John Liu did not reprise his role to revoice himself, so they got Don the Dragon Wilson, another martial arts master in the 90s craze of martial arts movies, and he's a professional kickboxer back in the heydays, when he was good, though. I mean, he's still good, though, but he's still doing martial arts movies to this day, believe it or not, Don the Dragon Wilson. But not as much as before. But they got him to dub John Liu's character, which is very interesting. And I don't know, I might consider buying the Blu-ray, but honestly, I stopped buying physical media because I'm so into digital media, digital format now. I don't really care too much about the deleted scenes no more, and extended alternate endings and stuff like that. Even though I do care for those, because that's the reason why I was buying a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs for the special features mostly. And but like I said, I live in a small apartment, and I don't want to have a lot of clutter in my apartment, so that's why I don't collect physical media no more. But I know this is reaching 3 minutes. Let's get to the point of the movie. I'm going to say, I think John Lee was inspired by trauma movies, because this movie truly has a trauma movie vibe and the style of it, So I wonder if John Liu was watching Toxic Avenger before he did this movie, or NYPD Kabuki Man, for example. Another trauma movie, which is kind of like this a little bit, I would say. I was in New York Ninja, it's kind of like NYPD Kabuki Man without too much of the supernatural comedy on it. But anyway, let's get to the point. New York Ninja is about this guy who's a sound guy for a news reporter. He found out his girlfriend is pregnant. His girlfriend witnessed a kidnapping. She got killed by the gang. And then John Liu's character, who's the New York Ninja, is pissed off, and he decided he wanted justice. So he becomes a ninja, stopping gangs, stopping bad guys, while trying to look for the killer who killed his wife. And as the movie progresses, you got another side of the story about these women getting kidnapped, and you find out that it was from a serial killer named the Plutonium Killer, which you got another villain in this movie, which is like a rich guy I believe he sex trafficked women, which is pretty obvious what this guy is, and he kills women. And he has like a chauffeur who's like a sword master called Rat Tail, which is kind of crazy. So just to fast forward, I mean, he befriends with a kid who helped him out, and they become friends. And as the movie progresses, pretty much these gangs kidnapping women, causing criminal acts, while the reporter and the trying to investigate and you got a cop doing an investigation while trying to stop the gangs or trying to even stop the New York Ninja because he's a vigilante. And later on, when the cops find out, when the police officers find out who he really is, he needs his help because when his partner got kidnapped by the gangs with the help of the Plutonium Killer, who's going to be part of the sex trafficking victims later in the movie. But like I said, I don't want to spoil too much. But all in all, I'm gonna be honest with you. There are flaws in this movie, which is pretty obvious. You know, we don't know. We don't. This is not like an 8-hour version of the movie. Of course, who's gonna sit 8 hours to see this type of movie? I mean, not me. Honestly, come on. But if I'm wrong about the 8 hour, then I'm sorry. I think I read about it. It was 8 hours. I could be wrong. It could be 2 hours. But it was, yeah, like I say, it was edited down and stuff. But although the dubbing was pretty good, I mean, it wasn't bad. I like Cynthia Rothrock's dubbing as one of the partner who got kidnapped as police detective. Leon Isaac Kennedy, another icon in the B movie industry. Don Dragon Wilson, of course. Cynthia Rothrock. Lena Quigley, who played the reporter, who voiced the reporter. Cynthia, oh yeah, Ginger Lynn Allen, the porn star, who played John Lewis' character's girlfriend in the movie. Wife, excuse me. But all in all, just to fast forward, I mean, let's talk about the action. Action is campy, it's B-movie campy. It's not like, to me, John Lewis standard. I mean, it's like, when you see John Lewis Kung Fu movies, they're pretty good. But this one was kind of like, was decent. It was okay, but it was not great or nothing. Yeah, it was cheesy. A lot of flaws, like I say, a lot of flaws in this movie. Yeah, you'll see the flaws, trust me. I do like the Plutonium Killer. I thought he was kind of funny to look at. He's like kind of psychotic and sick, you know. But he kind of added like the sci-fi horror element into it, like in this movie, I would say. But all in all, New York Ninja, I mean, it's either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. But to be honest, in my case, I did enjoy this movie only because I'm a fan of trauma movies and movies kind of like this, I would say. Just get crazy with it, you know. But yeah, check out New York Ninja. You can see it for free on Tubi TV. If anybody happens to see the deleted scenes for the New York Ninja, please comment on the podcast or comment on my YouTube channel, which is also reposted, by the way. Anyway, over and out.